Good evening, viewers. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. My topic today is, what did you do? What did you do against racism? What did you do against unjust wars, against poverty, hunger, incest, rape, domestic violence? What did you do against corruption? What did you do when people are being violated? Do you know what will be thought of you in the next 400-500 years? And speaking to the silent majority, those who keep silent in the face of tyranny, when people are being brutalized, dehumanized, ostracized, banished, when people are dying in the Mediterranean Sea, when some parts of populace are busy dying from hunger, while others are dying from obesity as a result of gluttony. What did you do when elections are being rigged? What did you do when Western countries invade African countries, destroy their currencies, steal their wealth, steal the minerals there? What did you do when Western foreign powers, plot coups, coup d'etats, and overthrow your governments and plan their own puppets there? What did you do when children are dying from preventable diseases? What did you do against infant mortality? What did you do against genital mutilation? What did you do against racism, backbiting, anti-Semitism? What did you do? What did you do to stop the spread of this evil in the world? And some of you that kept quiet in the midst of all these atrocities, just know that your life is fleeting. The next 200 to 300 years, I will tell you, I can assure you, the children of your uncles will deny you. Your children and great-grandchildren will be ashamed that they came from you. They'll be ashamed you're their father, you're their mother, because you kept silent in the face of tyranny. You kept silent in the face of oppression. You kept silent when people are being dehumanized. You didn't extend the hand to lift the people, in danger. You kept silent when people are dying because you felt it didn't concern you. Let me just tell you now, you that's keeping quiet in the face of oppression, corruption, malevolence, evil, police brutality, institutional racism, you that kept quiet, I tell you, your relatives, the offspring of your relatives, your own children, they'll be ashamed of you. Your status will be broken. They'll be torn down. Your pictures will be torn, they'll be ripped into pieces. People will do everything to wipe your memory of, of their lives. Because you kept silent in the face of tyranny. You kept silent when women are being raped. You kept silent when children are being abused. You kept silent, when elections are being rigged. You kept silent in the face of corruption. Even though you may not be an active participant, but you are accessory to the crime. You are accessory to inhumanity. I can tell you, strangers will pee on your grave. I'm telling you. People will be ashamed to be identified with you. It's happening now already. You know what is happening now? To the great-grand beneficiaries of institutionalized slavery. The church is ashamed. The institutions that even, perpetrated and tolerated this slavery, inhumanity, apartheid, they're all ashamed now. Those that tolerated, the humanity done to Africans, done to Jews, slavery, all those things. Those that, perpetrated the Holocaust, they are ashamed now. People don't want to identify with them. Look, I go to university, they are tearing down their status. People are changing their names. People are disguising. Is that the kind of legacy you want to live in the next 300, 400, 500, 800 years to come? What did you do in the face of tyranny? I'm asking you, brother, sister, man, woman, president, uncle, lover. I'm asking you, officer, policeman, navy. You that is killing the innocent people. You that are attacking people, destroying them because you feel they are weak. A society's, mental development is known and measured by how it treats the weak and the vulnerable among us. What did you do in the midst of this simmering volcano? What did you do when other people are oppressing others? You might not be the active participant, but you kept silent. You were passive. You didn't do anything to stop it. Your sons and daughters will ask you, what did you do? Daddy, mommy, what did you do when kind of things are going on? What did you say? Did you rise up against it? Did you rise up against domestic violence? Did you rise up to wipe away the tears of those that are oppressed? What did you do? What did you do against segregative laws? What did you do against institutionalized racism? What did you do against apartheid? What did you do? What did you do against genocide? What did you do against, to stop man's humanity to man? You kept quiet. Let me tell you, people will be ashamed of your memory. Uncles, nephews, cousins, survivors, in the next 2 to 3, 500, 800 years, they will pee on your grave. They'll be ashamed that you existed because you kept silent in the face of tyranny. I just hope that this word touches you today, that you begin to stand with the right crowd, that you begin to stand up to do your bit, to stop, unjust wars, hunger, poverty, diseases, famine, injustice anywhere. You stop oppression. You stop backbiting, hatred, jealousy, envy, malice. You stop ignorance. You stop preventable diseases from killing the innocent people. You stop the oppression of women. You stop whatever is destroying people over their sexuality, over their nationality, over their color, over their race, over their gender. You stop it. Do your bit now while the sun still shines. Make hay while the sun still shines. The word is enough for the wise. What did you do in the midst of this, evil going on? You didn't participate actively, but you tolerated it. You want them killing. You're a criminal by association. Your negligence is still a culpability. You're as culpable as those that indulge and overindulge. Negligence, overindulgence, two of them form ancestry to criminality. Just know that now. I just hope you're not going to be known as a criminal by association in the next 2 or 3, 500, 800 years to come, 1,000 years to come. Because our generation is just passing. We are endangered species. We are wasted already. Some of us are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Even a day-old baby today, the next 3, 4, 500 years, we are gone. So what did you do? What are you doing to stop, the global injustice, unethical marketing procedures? Countries exploiting countries. Former colonial masters not giving up on exploitation of the colonized. What did you do? What did you do to stop, this evil hemorrhage? What did you do to stop this bleeding? What did you do to stop, to stop the strongest from feeding on the bleeding of the weakest? What did you do? What did you do to wipe away the tears of the brokenhearted? What did you do to comfort the sad? What did you do to enlighten the ignorant? What did you do to heal the sick? What did you do? Did you add value to existence? That's the questions they will ask. We are claiming to be civilized. We are claiming to be in the 21st century. We are claiming to live in a modern world order. We are claiming to have a new world order. But look at injustice everywhere. Look at police brutality. And some of these policemen that shoot people, don't you have consciences? Don't you know that? Don't you have cousins' names? Don't you have people that talk to you? You think just putting a military uniform, makes you untouchable? You think you people that put uniforms, they have the right or authority to destroy us? We gave you power to, look after us, not to destroy us, not to attack, not to kill us unnecessarily. When you pull off that uniform, you're a civilian. Uniform may give you immunity, fine. But it may cover your body, cannot cover your conscience. You will still feel the pains. You feel the agonies. You still have visitation from the spirits of those you've killed, those you tortured, those you assassinated. You spies. You secret security intelligence agencies. Karma is a bitch. Galatians 6, 7 and 8 be not deceived. For God can never be mocked. Whatever you sow, you will reap. If it doesn't affect you, affect your children. You affect your children. I'm talking to you, black man, white man, Asian, Australian, African, American, European. I'm talking to you, Latin America. I'm talking to you, Latino. I'm talking to you, people that are in authority. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you that keeps silence in the face of tyranny. I'm talking to you that feel unconcerned, complacent. You don't care. I'm talking to you that is looking. Why children are dying? Why the innocents are being betrayed? You that is, you are aware of a criminality or conspiracy and you let it come to pass. You are guilty by association. You are guilty by negligence. You're guilty by your passiveness. So what did you do? What did you do when all these crimes are going on? What did you do when budgets are being padded? What did you do when countries rise up against countries? What did you do when nations rise up with stronger ones rise against the weaker ones? What did you do over this proliferation of arsenal and nuclear power and atomic missiles? What did you do when men are producing atomic missiles they cannot control? What did you do when drones assassinating are used to assassinate the innocent? What did you do when people are being barbecued over religion? When people are being set ablaze, beheaded, hands cut, heads, people are being beheaded, arms amputated. What did you do to stop this? When women are being put in powder, what did you do? When women are robbed of their rights for no other reason than being women, what did you do? When religion rises against womanhood and feminism and femininity, what did you do? When albinos are being killed for no other reason than being albinos, what did you do? When tribes in India, are being segregated and treated as 10th, 5th, and the 20th class citizens for no other reason but come from a tribe, what did you do? When gay children are being aborted, when these fetuses are being aborted for no others than coming into this, trying to come into this world as girls, what did you do? What did you do when racism is destroying people? What did you do to stop people being judged by the color of their skin? What did you do to make people to start being judged by the content of their characters? What did you do against humanity? What did you do against war crimes against humanity? What did you do when these soldiers go there and rape and destroy people? What did you do when United Nations peacekeeping forces go there and turn to slave masters? What did you do when rising young nations kill and attack each other? What did you do to stop all these humanities? Your children will ask you questions. Nature will ask you questions. Posterity will ask you questions. Even your conscience will ask you questions. Your existence, your purpose will ask you questions. What did you do to stop all this humanity? When people are taken as housemaids and house helps and they are brutalized, what did you do? When people that live, their countries, vulnerable people in search of, greener pastures to go and work, their organs are harvested, not even anesthetized. The organs are harvested, kidney, livers, taken like that to go and give to the rich and wealthy. What did you do to stop this evil assassination going on in Saudi Arabia? What did you do to stop all this, all these killings in Middle East? What did you do? What did you do to stop the madness going on in Iran? What did you do to stop the wars in Libya? What did you do? What did you do to stop this evil? It's evil going on through IMF. What did you do to stop United Nations used as a puppet, puppet to really orchestrate and fulfill, the clandestine wishes of the few and powerful and mighty? What did you do to bring liberalism? What did you do to centralize, universalize egalitarianism? What did you do when people are being destroyed innocently? What did you do when the innocent are killed? What did you do when man rise against man? What did you do when children are being abused? What did you do against the pedophiles? What did you do? What did you do against the rapists? What did you do when prisoners are abused by fellow prisoners? When prisoners are abused by the system, by warders? What did you do when their rights are deprived? What did you do when innocent people are sent to death rows, framed up and hanged up like pictures? What did you do to set them free? What did you do to hear the cries of the innocent, the wounded and the hurt? What did you do? Time will come. When time will come, when humanity, when survivors, when legacy, when thousands of years, when decades, centuries, days and nights, millenniums, we ask you questions. What did you do to stop all this? If you did nothing, I promise you, silence will reject you. Silence will denounce you. Because silence is the last entity that speaks for the vulnerable. At last, silence speaks for all. I said it in my book. At last, silence speaks for all. At last, we'll be survived by silence. And I pray, at last, that silence will not speak against you. Man is a microcosm in a macrocosm. I pray that you discover your purpose of existence. You begin to work against the reigning injustice. You begin to work against, parliamentarian idiocy. You begin to work against this evil monarchical, disorder. You begin to work against all this immunity that is destroying the humanity and dignity of the population, of the commoners. I pray you stand up and begin to reconcile with silence, the last judge that will speak for all before we meet our Creator. Here I rest my case. So after listening to these words, I expect you to have a reconsideration. Think about your life. Think about your existence. Think about your negligence or indulgence, omission and commission. Think about your activities. Think about this if it provokes something in you, and begin to walk in the right direction. Change your movement. Change your station in life. Begin to become, the value which you're created to be. Stop being a liability. Start being an asset to humanity. Start adding value to existence. Forget about your royalty, your orientation, training, and background. You are nothing without morality. You are nothing without God. You are nothing without, egalitarianism. You are nothing without humanity. Remember, you are part of the many that forms the any. You are the any that makes up part of the many. So, what is in any is in many. We are one or none. Here, I rest my case. Thank you. Thank you.